going to launch a process guide, an absence process guide here. And so this is just about creating a sickness-related absence record. And so one of the things I did just want to point out as well is you can put, obviously with OGLi, you've got 15 guides. With OGL Premium, you've got lots of guides. And one of the risks that you have is that you have lots of things flashing up on the screen, and actually it's not particularly relevant to that user, or it's not relevant to that user in the transaction that they're completing. And I think one of the things that just is worth calling out is that what we can do is we can hide tips as well. So the time and absence reminder that I showed you before that popped up, this has now been hidden for this particular process guide because it's not relevant to this. So you don't get these annoying things flashing up and getting in the way. But I'll continue with this guide. So we're wanting to add a sickness-related absence. And what I'm going to do here is just come and click on the Sickness UK. And again, it's kind of similar to what I was showing you before, but I just wanted to kind of call out that we can create these custom smart tips, again, based on the content of your dropdown. So here we've got a reminder just saying to users who are returning to work, you know, that we can try and support you and providing additional links if you've been off sick. And that's based off this sickness dropdown. But, you know, if we choose other absence types, then we can get other types of information. And so this can be used across all the systems, you know, so if it's in expenses, for example, you might have different types of guidance and information for different absence and for different expense types. So this is just a nice way to provide that custom bit of information and support for the user as they're going through the process. And so this particular guide will take us through step by step, telling us to fill in the start and end dates, reasons, adding comments, and then it will click submit at the end. And so the other thing I just thought would be worth calling out is that, you know, sometimes you might find that there's guidance that we want to provide to our end users and they're not necessarily using the process guides. And another way to do this is to actually have this hover guidance. So again, this was turned off during the process guide, but I might be a user who hasn't launched a process guide, but we still want to provide guidance to these people. We want to sort of ensure that they're filling out the forms in the right sort of way. So in this particular example, you don't have to hover over a smart tip, it's just automatically popping up as you go through. And again, if there's reminders and things that you want completing before somebody hits submit, you can ask them to ensure that they've updated their comments or attachments, etc. So these are just nice ways, they're like subtle ways to kind of get that compliance with the particular processes that you want in place. So hopefully that kind of gives you a bit of a feel of some of the different guides that we have and how they're built in a way that kind of feels seamless and intuitive to the end users. And so you know, there's no denying there will be an investment to build content at this particular level, but you know, like I said before, we're doing this day in, day out, and our content library is constantly expanding. So yeah, it'd be interesting to talk about how you might want to leverage